it's good to have a plan, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I get that. But oh my gosh, can we stop with the over documenting? Why are you documenting? This is actually so funny to me when people document and they do all their forecasting for their brand new business. Okay, I'm going to have 100 new clients in 6 months and I'm going to make this profit and blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. Okay, write it down in one place, but then move on and then go execute. No, they will write PowerPoints and documents upon documents, ways of working, policies. I'm just like, really? And then the thing is, when you do that, it's a trap because you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something. You feel important. You are not doing this stuff for your corporate job. It's the corporate world that needs all this heavy lifting before they can actually do things. Why are you putting all this red tape on your side hustle? Why are you putting all this red tape on your business? You don't need that. As long as you're just a solopreneur who is just starting out, you don't need to over document. Yeah. Have a good sense, direction, write things down, have your battle board. I have a battle board of the milestones that I want to hit every month. But I'm not sitting down writing Google Docs upon Google Docs of planning, planning, planning. It's all just there in the documents. It's dead. It has no life until you back it with real action. Stay tuned because I'm going to talk about the real action that you should really be taking when you are actually ready to build a sustainable and successful business while you're working on your 9 to 5, or if you've already quit it, right? So the other thing that I see people doing is they're trying to do everything on their own. Okay, let's clap for you. Round of applause. We know you are a rock star, you are a superstar. At work, you wore many hats. You could do PowerPoints. You were also an Excel whiz, the numbers person. You were also really good at making good presentations. You were very good at distilling very complex things and distilling the important insights and synthesizing it into this, bullet points for the C-suite, for them to digest. But you could also go down into the weeds. If you wanted to talk to your junior staff or people that report to you, good. We're happy for you. But when you are trying to start something for the first time or you're doing a business, chances are you can't do everything perfectly by yourself. And even if you could, it's not wise to try to do everything on your own. Yes, you've probably heard this a lot when people say, "Oh, when I first started out, it was just me. I was the one doing this, this, and this." The reason why you're listening to these people, the reason why you're listening to people who are successful and have done this is because you're trying to learn from their mistakes, right? Have you ever heard anybody tell you, "Yes, the first time I did a business, the one thing that I want to pass on, one lesson I want to pass on to everyone is make sure you are the one doing everything on your own for the first few years." No, no, no. They were just saying that to explain where they came from. They're not telling you that so that you can go do the same thing again, repeat the same dumb mistakes. Again, I'm holding on because I want to tell you what it is that you should be focusing on. But right now, I'm telling you what you shouldn't be focusing on. Stop trying to do everything by yourself. This is not your corporate job anymore where you need to do many different things at the same time. This is where you're building something that hopefully is in your area of genius. So why would you want to do anything outside of that? The other thing that I see people doing, corporate folks, suits. I call them suits, just like the show. When they go out, when they meet people, when they introduce themselves, when they talk about themselves, when they think about themselves, they are still thinking through the corporate lenses, right? When they introduce themselves, like, okay, for me now, I could introduce myself as a product strategy director or whatever fancy title, right? Or I could introduce myself as a high performance coach. I could introduce myself as a content creator for people who are successful on paper but still feel unfulfilled, right? Why are you still introducing yourself as a VP of M&A, Kiniko Kiniko, when you are also trying to build this other thing? You need to shout it out at the rooftops what it is that you're actually working on. Unless you are there representing your company, why are you still looking at yourself and talking about yourself from the lens of corporate? So if we flip it around and talk about what you should be doing, starting from the end, from where I stopped. Number one, start getting comfortable talking about what it is you're building with people. Break up with that egotistical part of you that feels good whenever you introduce yourself with this nice, high sounding title that hasn't really given you real fulfillment in life anyway. Break up with it and fall in love with the person that you're becoming. Fall in love with the business that you're building. If you're building a trading business, for example, maybe day trading or forex trading, whatever it is, and you happen to meet strangers. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, you have to speak about it like, oh yeah, I'm a trader, like I do day trading. No, you might not have a website. No, you might not have a Rolodex of clients, but that is what you're working on right now.